A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a recent episode of The Daily Show, host Jon Stewart tackled the ongoing protests in Los Angeles, which have erupted in response to aggressive raids conducted by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. Stewart opened the show with his signature humor, joking about his recent visit to the city for a cosmetic procedure before posing a rhetorical question to Angelenos. Is your city ever not on fire? His quip highlighted the city's tumultuous climate, where celebrations like sports championships often coincide with moments of crisis, such as the current protests against the Trump administration's expanded deportation efforts. Stewart's commentary was sharp and incisive, as he juxtaposed a clip of Donald Trump vowing to target criminals, murderers, and drug dealers, with a news report detailing protests that erupted after ICE conducted raids in a Home Depot parking lot. A Home Depot? From the worst of the worst to AF********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************* you need assistance in arresting people, those guys are looking for work," Stewart quipped, underscoring the absurdity of the situation. The protests, which began following the ICE raids, have turned into a significant flashpoint in the ongoing debate over immigration policy in the United States. Stewart pointed out the explosive nature of the situation, noting the conflict between federal authority and states' rights, as well as the militarized response to what he described as hard-working individuals and local communities. The comedian emphasized the need for a careful approach to de-escalate tensions, contrasting this with Trump's more incendiary rhetoric. Stewart also addressed the fallout from the protests, including the suspension of Waymo's self-driving car service in downtown Los Angeles after several of its vehicles were vandalized and set on fire during the demonstrations. "It took 5 of them before you were like, should we stop sending the Waymos? For could be a coincidence," he joked, illustrating the chaotic atmosphere surrounding the events. As tensions rose, President Trump labeled the protesters as insurrectionists, a term that has been echoed by several of his aides. This rhetoric may serve as a justification for invoking the Insurrection Act, which would grant Trump the authority to deploy military forces to quell the unrest. The administration's aggressive stance has raised alarms among many observers, who fear an escalation of violence in the city. In a related development, California Governor Gavin Newsom reacted strongly to Trump's threats, framing them as an attack on the state's sovereignty and an attempt to intimidate local leaders. The situation has attracted national attention, with lawmakers and activists calling for a reevaluation of immigration policies and a more humane approach to enforcement. Amid the turmoil, support for the immigrant community has emerged from unexpected quarters. Rapper The Game took to social media to express solidarity with immigrant protesters, highlighting the historical ties between Black and brown communities in Los Angeles. In a heartfelt Instagram post, he emphasized unity and support, stating, "Ever since I could remember, it's been Black and brown in this city. From the early days of my childhood till now, we've been side by side through it all. All of us. All the time. Not always seeing eye to eye, but we've shared Los Angeles for a very long time." The Game's message resonated widely, garnering praise from fans and social media users who celebrated his stance on allyship. Comments flooded in, with many users expressing their appreciation for his support and emphasizing the importance of unity in the face of adversity. The post served as a reminder of the deep-rooted connections among various communities in Los Angeles and the shared struggle for justice and equality. As the protests continue, the situation remains fluid, with activists and community leaders calling for peaceful demonstrations and a re-evaluation of immigration policies that disproportionately affect vulnerable populations. The events in Los Angeles serve as a microcosm of the broader national debate on immigration and civil rights, highlighting the urgent need for dialogue and understanding in a divided political landscape. Stewart's comedic yet poignant examination of the protest sheds light on the complexities of the issue, reminding viewers that behind the headlines are real people fighting for their rights and dignity. As the nation watches, the outcome of these protests could have lasting implications for immigration policy and community relations in the years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.